Guys, have you ever wondered how accurate your rangefinder is? Well, I've been shooting 3D. Recently went to a TAC and an ASA qualifier, and the people around me, my rangefinder will be saying 40 and theirs is like 43. Somebody's rangefinder's not right. I decided today we're gonna find out. So in my backyard range, this is what I've been shooting for my 20-yard pin because that's what my Nikon said it was. But look, I am exactly 4 inches off. Now my Nikon goes half-yard increments. So a half yard's actually going to be up there. So 3 feet to a yard, so 1.5 feet. So that would put 20.5 there, okay? But the other thing, when you think about it, if I'm coming back and it's 19 yards, 19.5 is going to be there. And when I hit 20 yards, how accurate was it? But now that I'm shooting TAC, I also got a rangefinder that does arc. So I've been using this Nikon for 20 years. So I just got this Bushnell Broadhead because it does arc, and shooting TAC there's a lot of steep up and down. So it might be 25 years old, I don't know, but this is what I've been using forever. Nikon Pro Staff 55 550. Pretty sure that's 4 power. But I have used the heck out of this thing. And I always felt it was quite accurate. And I only have to change the batteries like every 5 years or so. But because of TAC and because FMJJ, a Podium Archery, really recommends this thing. And he did say that in his video. The weight, this weighs almost twice as much as this. This feels extremely cheap. But I tell you what, I've been impressed so far with it. The Bushnell Broadhead. Battery doesn't seem to last as long. I don't know, you can adjust your focus right there. But we got them, and with the Nikon, you just push the button and it gives you the range. This one you actually have to push the button, turn it on, and then range it. But it's just learning to get used to that. And then here's your mode, because we can also, with this Bushnell, we can go near and far, so we don't have a little branch in the way giving us false readings. But the important thing is, and the reason I got this is because of the arc, where it's going to measure the angle and adjust your yardage for the bow based upon the angle, the steep angles up and down, which that you can't do that. In the past, I've just used, I used to shoot a lot of long range competitions, and I had a chart where I could figure is it the cosine of that angle? Something like that to figure up, but that was all with a rifle. So the one thing I never really thought about is if you're backing up ranging, and when this Nikon is 0.5 yard accurate and I keep backing up, as soon as I hit what I think is 20 yards, is that really 20 yards or is it rounding it? Because if I stand back here, so when I put it at real 20 yards, it's still 20, but come back to the pin and it's 20. And when I get here, it's 20.5. So it is pretty accurate. But whatever one you use, see, you're zeroing your bow to your rangefinder. So it can be off 2 or 3 inches as long as you're using the same rangefinder. But something to remember is if you are off 1 yard at 40 yards, that's 1 inch at 290 feet per second. That's 1 inch off. That's the size of the 12 ring if you're 1 yard off. Yeah, this Bushnell goes 0.1 increments, And it is right on the money at 20 yards being here, whereas my Nikon says I'm here. So there's 4 inches difference between the two. I'm really impressed with this Bushnell. Yeah, it is right on the money. This pin was put in the ground with the Nikon. The Bushnell says it needs to go right there. So I would say that the people I'm shooting with, their rangefinders are the ones that are off. I mean, when I'm saying 20 and theirs is saying 22, 23, my Bushnell is right on the money and my Nikon is about 3 inches further out. The Bushnell Broadhead, I am impressed now. This is surveyor's accuracy. Look at this. The only thing different is to drop a plumb bob straight from the bottom of this, which we can, because you drop a plumb bob, that's how you tell your accuracy right there.